Okay, I was gonna make a joke about me reviewing Ready or Not Part 3, but They Will Kill You and Ready or Not Part 2, which came out last week, are so exponentially different that their comparisons start and end at human sacrifice, satanic cults, and asshole rich people. This film, They Will Kill You, scratches an itch that is so particular and that was so needed. So much of this movie is influenced by so much of the things that I like when it comes to anime, video games, graphic novels, and films. But to see it all together is kind of insane. It's kind of insane. I recall reading somewhere, and I don't know if this is true because I haven't seen the interview, but I recall the director Kirill Sokolov. I'm probably butchered that. I read somewhere that he said that this film is if all the things that made you happy were put into one, and you were 12 years old and you wanted to make this movie your entire personality. And if that's true, my man's succeeded in just about every single footnote. This movie's premise is simple for a reason. It's a satanic cult. Zazie Beetz' character meets up with Patricia Arquette's character, who is an owner of a giant hotel, very exclusive hotel, and she links up with her to start a new job as a maid. Not even a full night goes by, and shit just hits the fan. Blood is everywhere. I mean, every bodily fluid you can imagine is just spewed all over this film. This film's film reel is filthy. Within the first 15 minutes, you are introduced to the badassery that is Zazie Beetz' character through a badass and very intricate, over-exaggerated fight sequence. There's a lot of inspiration here from The Raid, particularly one sequence involving a machete and a wall. But the camera work is unapologetically Indonesian and also unapologetically Kill Bill. This is if Kill Bill was a horror film. Yet somehow that's not all this movie is, but I'm not going to spoil anything. This trailer gave away nothing. And after watching this movie, this trailer is about 60% the first 30 minutes and about, oh, fuck that, like 70% the first act and like 30% act two. If you're going in just expecting like a horror slice of John Wick or just a horror slice of Kill Bill, you're in for a treat, man. You are in for a crazy treat. I'm not going to spoil anything because the twist comes in 20, 30 minutes into the film and it shifts the entire narrative and it heightens the stakes. The action sequences here are literally right out of Kill Bill, right out of The Raid, but they're also highly influenced by Afro Samurai and Hellsing. Yes, Hellsing, that anime. Some people will have a hard time adjusting because it happens immediately. And in the moment that you realize what kind of tone this movie's going for, it's all in that first action sequence. And so much happens in that first action sequence at once to let you know this is what kind of movie this is, that to some people not prepared or not expecting it, it could be it'll be a make or break moment. Hear me out. Stick with it. Because that first sequence is but a slice of the insanity that this movie is, and it has to be witnessed. But it's also old school samurai films. Like we are going back to like 60s samurai iconography. Like it's insane that he put this much in this one film. But then we get into the video game influences. This guy's definitely a gamer, and I got to research this, but I'm almost certain because there are heavy Resident Evil vibes in this. Resident Evil 4, to be exact. These intricate fight sequences, not one sequence is the same. Not a single sequence is the same. We go from being trapped in a room where the first sequence goes, and we constantly escalate every single arena and every single situation presents Zazie's character with a different element of challenge or a different weapon. One sequence that stands out to me is in the trailer. It's the one in the dark where she has an axe that is on fire. That sequence is much longer in the film than what they show you. And what's also really awesome is the needle drops. A couple of these action sequences have very well selected hip hop tracks or electronic tracks, and they go so well to emote and to enhance. And this entire film feels like a fever dream because the story is stupid, it's nonsensical. We just had another movie do it last week. The character development is really not there. This isn't about character development at all. This is about a challenge and watching an already established character reach a goal. And because of that, there is no time for character development, but you're not watching this movie for any character development. You're not watching this film for anything other than the insane fucking fever dream that it is. If you are someone that's grew up with Toonami, there's a lot of things that you watched on Toonami that are in this movie. There's a lot of things that you're playing right now that are in this movie, but it feels like a love letter. And on top of that, it's less than 2 hours. It moves so quickly. There's even shout outs to Old Boy, but it's so unapologetically itself. It has such character, such personality. And when I was watching it, as it escalated, right, and it got bigger, and it got stranger, and it got bloodier, and it got crazier. There are elements of body horror in this movie that I did not expect to see. Like, it has everything. Turn your brain off. There is no logic. Physics are non-existent. And just let this movie take you. The villains here are funny, and they have personality, and it's fun to watch them try to one-up her. But at the end, they're all here to get fucking sliced up. And they get sliced up in beautifully artistic ways, man. There's not much to say about this movie, man. It is really style over substance. What I am going to tell you here is that this is an experience movie. Watch it in a theater, packed with people. Because this is a movie that is going to have so many reactions from people in the theater every 5 minutes, every 5 to 10 minutes. There was a moment where I was like, that is weird. Or, where the fuck did you pull that out of, and why is it working? Or, I didn't see that coming. That's insane. If I had to say what my top 3 films are right now to beat in terms of American releases, because there's a lot of foreign films that I'm not talking about that I would love to talk about. And that's why I was very specific about this is probably the most ingenuitive action sequences you will see in any American movie, because the Indonesian and South Korean action cinema is like insane. And this is very close. But when it comes to my hierarchy of favorite films this year, it's Redux, this, and Hail Mary, and not in that order. Right now, Redux, and this are fighting for first place because all these films have something that surprised me. And I'm so happy that this director, maybe the studio fought him on it, and he said, no, fuck y'all. If he fought for this, man, this guy has a love for film, because what he's preserved for you in the theater to experience firsthand is so unique and so fun. So go out and watch it. Please go out and watch it. Very, very excited to see any comments on whoever's seen it early or who's going to see it. Please let me know how you felt about it. And I'm really excited to see the reviews for this as well. With that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. As always, I will see you at the movies.